Hi, my name's Sue Ellam and I'm a tarot reader and have been for about 25 years. And I'm using the Mythic Tarot, which is based on Greek mythology.
And hi, I'm Carrie Beleno. I am an intuitive Reiki master teacher and a spiritual life coach here to help guide you through this thing called humanity. So I have the questions, and I am going to pose one to Sue. I have such a plethora of questions in this bucket, and all of them that we've been pulling over the last few days have a similar theme. So apparently a lot of people out there need to know these things, apparently. So how do I find the courage to leave a traditional career for something more fulfilling but less accepted?
Ooh, very much on a theme, aren't we?
Yep.
I find
Because
that, sorry, go on.
No, I just am seeing and hearing a lot of people talking about wanting to heal and wanting to serve and wanting to help people connect and you know, they're scared of it. So what were you going to say? Sorry.
No, it's like I find when I'm doing kind of videos, because my other series, I do them a few of them at a time, and often the same theme runs through all the messages, and I always split the cards up, and I always shuffle and shuffle and shuffle, and still the cards, it's similar theme. Okay, and we start off with the same card as we did on the other one. You have to walk away from, these cards. I said that they're not inanimate objects, I tell you. So if you want to fulfill something that your heart is telling you you need to do, you need to walk away from the things that you've given 100% and you're not getting back in equal measure. And that doesn't have to be financial. It can be in joy, in fulfillment. You know, if you're not 100% fulfilled with what you're doing, it's like time to walk away and begin again if necessary. So this is really, to anyone asking these questions, this is a go ahead, because if you walk away and do something which isn't as accepted, you're going to have peace, contentment, joy, love, and you'll be able to, it is ongoing contentment and permanence in the realm of the heart. You'll you'll create bonds with people that you're working with, or your whatever it is you're doing with. There'll be bonds. Could be also a significant other that comes through, meeting people better on your wavelength that you wouldn't meet elsewhere. You know, if you're in insurance and you don't, I mean, some people love doing that, but other people hate it. And you really want to be an actor, then you won't find your soul partner in an insurance company. You'll find them in the theatre in some way, because that's your passion. So it's not just about living a conventional life. It's about finding your tribe, finding the people that you can create bonds with, because you've got something in common. And if you're living your life traditionally or conventionally, you're not going to find people that are have anything in common with you. So that is another purpose. You're also, when you're doing what you love to do, you're going to achieve a lot. You're going to build something substantial, something that survives you. It can be to do with family, it can be to do with business projects, but it all hinges on you walking away and being authentic and true to yourself. And I'm not minimizing this. It's not an easy decision for a lot of people. I remember working with this woman, and she I can't remember what she did, but it was something it was in a construction company anyway. It was something on the financial side, and she had got quite high up in that, and she called it like golden handcuffs, because she actually did leave, and she started to do Reiki, actually. And she went into kind of more of the healing and therapeutic kind of type things. And but she said it was like golden handcuffs, because she was earning such a good salary, and she knew that that wasn't initially, at least, going to be there for her. As soon as she handed a notice in, that was that kind of cut off. And people get frightened, you know, especially if they are higher salaried, or if they're lower salaried with, you know, with kind of people that depend on them. It's not an easy, I said, I'm not minimizing it, but the joy and the fulfillment that comes from taking that, making that choice isn't to be sneezed at either. You'll get to the you can get to the point that you feel that you're overwhelmed. It's like, I can't cope with this anymore. So ask for help. If you pray, get down on your knees and pray for help, if that is what works for you, or ask the universe to supply you with what you need. Too many people see the source as either the company they're working with, or their current, the people that are currently surrounding them. They feel that is where their support is, but that is the support the universe has sent you for this time being. It doesn't mean that it's meant to be the source for the rest of your life. And if you walk away from that, the universe will find you another source, you know, and one that will bring your heart joy and happiness and creativity and bonds and things. So ask for help, because, you know, there's the spirit world, the guides, they're there, and they will, once you've got to the point you think, I can't cope with this anymore, things will magically go, you know. Just ask for this help. Also make some plans. Don't just kind of drift around without any purpose. You know, don't just walk away without having got something in place. Say, where do I want to be in 6 months? Where do I want to be in 12 months' time? You don't have to set this in stone, but just having goals means that you have a kind of a path to go by. You can change your goals along the way, but it's important to have that, because otherwise you can drift, and a year later you're still closer to what you really want to do. So have some things. So if you want to leave your job and go to drama school, you know, start making plans, start applying for them, start to kind of learn your pieces that you need to know for your auditions, and learn everything about the places that you want. There's so much preparation that you can make, which will give you more possibility of success as well. So it's not just saying, well, I want to do this, and then just not doing anything, just drifting. You know, you've got to have a clear purpose and a clear desire to do that other thing, or else you may as well just stay where you are. If you're not going to apply yourself, or if you're going to be lazy, you know, just because you don't like your job, you have to have something in place, something to replace it. And there will potentially be conflicts here, and it goes back to not being honest and authentic about what you really want to do, because people will misunderstand. They will assume that you're happy, and then suddenly resentments will build up because you haven't been honest with people. So you need to be very clear with people about what your intentions are, and that you can't, like, for instance, talking about kind of not happy with a job, you know, you need to give notice, not just leave and not turn up the next day, that kind of thing, which some people actually do. And then there's conflicts, and it comes back to bite you eventually. So make sure you've closed the doors, and you've closed them to the point that you you know, there's nothing else I can do here. There's not one more piece of paper that I need to put away. There's not one meeting that I haven't been to. I've told everybody exactly what I'm doing. I've got everything up to date. I've taught my replacement, and now everything is closed, and I can just walk away now, because I have no kind of regrets that I didn't do what I needed to do. Just not turning up, that's going to create conflict in the future, because you never know, you could meet somebody in the future who used to work there, who was impacted by the negligence. But if you follow your heart and do it in a prepared way, then you're going to get money and resources coming your way. There's going to be a lot of hard work ahead, but you know, that hard work never hurt anybody, you know, and that's our purpose. And I suppose it doesn't have to be, if you're doing what you love, it's not really hard anyway, you know, you just love what you do, but you will get the money and resources there to support you. So you're not going to be left out, you know, out in the middle of the desert with no water. You know, there is things, but I have to emphasize, it takes tremendous courage, because most people shut up and put up. The vast majority of people feel they don't have choice, and that everybody needs to be the same. And if you show that you're not the same, then people get upset. They get upset with you, because it's like you think that you're better than them, and you're not. It's just that you've decided to follow your dream, and they haven't. They decided just to, you know, just to do Monday to Friday and maybe go out at the weekend and then moan all weekend because they've got to go back to work on Monday. Too many people live that kind of life. Do you really want to look back on your life and know that you have all these what ifs? What if I tried this? What if I'd done that? You know, your choice. But you will be supported if you jump off that cliff. Okay, those are the cards.
It's so funny you kept bringing up the theater, because that's always been a side passion of mine. So
mine
perhaps
too.
It's my hint. I'll have to
Mine too.
Even though there's no theater going on right now. But I'd like to remind everyone what the actual definition of selfish is. Selfish is when you put yourself first at the expense of others. So we throw that word selfish around a lot, and the New Age community throws it around a lot as well. And I want to remind you that just because you're hungry and you want to eat now does not mean that you are selfish, because you aren't going to take away everyone else's food so that you can eat. That's being selfish. But when you choose to eat first because you are hungry, and you say to everyone with you, you all can eat too, I am not disturbing your ability to eat. That is not selfish. That is just putting yourself first. And that's what people need to do more of, in my estimation, in this world, is to worry about themselves, worry about their happiness, worry about their peace of mind, worry about their emotional balance, worry about following their heart, and allow everyone else to do the same. You are not doing it at anyone else's expense, teaching others to do it, bringing them along with you, all positive, not selfish, just putting yourself first. Sue also mentioned about building a tribe. It is so important right now to build your tribe. The world is changing because of tribes being built right now. We are done and over with this age of doing things alone. We are moving into the age of Aquarius, which is really about collaboration. It's really about following our hearts and joining together with like-minded hearts. And so building that tribe is a game changer right now. And Sue also brought up about source, about praying and connecting with source and asking for what you want. don't forget that we are source, each one of us. We are God incarnate, trying to do the source work here in a human form. And we've got that core of source. So when you are praying or asking or connecting or envisioning, that is our creation magic button. That is our little source energy that's within us and around us, activating and creating. So yes, it's so important to connect with your idea of the universe or of source, because it triggers the on button for us to create. So another really, really valid point. And to have that clear purpose and vision as well. I second that. So that is how to find the courage to leave a traditional career for something that that's more fulfilling but less accepted.
And I wish everybody well, because this is something I did, and I'm sure it's something you did as well.
Oh, absolutely. If you look at my
how
bio on my website, we're doing great. We found each other. And if I was still doing that mainstream job, I would not have connected with the wonderful people in my life right now. So
me too.
You all know who you are.
So
okay.
It's I hope that's been of help, and bye from me.
And I'll see you tomorrow.